This letter has gone to the Biz Department and to David Cameron from us in response to the latest rubbish they come out with. Dear Miss Benjamin, in response to your letter of July 8th, 2015, you refer to your department's whistleblowing consultation in 2013. I refer you to the comprehensive evidence we submitted to the above consultation, evidence that was completely ignored. You state that legislation alone cannot achieve culture change. I completely disagree. Only legislation can achieve this. However, that legislation is not PEDA, but is Edna's Law, which would protect all whistleblowers from all sectors. Whistleblowing policies will never protect whistleblowers. Such policies have failed for 17 years and only benefit those who make money from selling them. This stance has resulted in hardship and injustice for whistleblowers, but what should never be forgotten is countless vulnerable people have suffered and will continue to suffer abuse as a result of this policy. You refer to the fact that consideration needs to be given to finding a balance between protecting whistleblowers and not unduly burdening business. Would you for a moment give the same consideration if the question was, how do we protect the public whilst not being unduly burdensome on those guilty of committing a criminal offence? This is effectively what government policy on whistleblowing is doing. You believe whistleblowing policies will change the culture of bad companies. As you are aware, I am a whistleblower, Bupa 7, the first case to use and be failed by PEDA. My case is well known, 2 books and much more exposure to come, so I will not waste time highlighting the grave injustice, but I will refer you to the fact that the harm done to whistleblowers can last a lifetime and take many forms. My former employer, Bupa, has publicly attacked me for 17 years. This year alone, they have twice issued public statements calling me a liar. Statements that in a law court would be perjury, but are allowed in the ET. The most recent of these attacks only last week, BuzzFeed. This kind of ingrained culture of cover-up and denial by discrediting whistleblowers is all too common. If you believe that your stance on whistleblowing protection will change companies such as Bupa, you are very much mistaken. I remind you yet again what the hard evidence demands. 1. Edna's Law to protect all future whistleblowers from all sectors. 2. Full redress given to all those whistleblowers failed by a weak and ineffective law, first highlighted as such to the government by the Bupa 7 in 2001. Over 700 letters on file confirm this fact. 3. Full accountability of all those involved in past harassment and detriment to whistleblowers. Full accountability for failure to act on genuine concerns. 4. A full public apology to all those failed, both whistleblowers and the victims of silence. Since I started to campaign, I have seen countless lives needlessly lost and countless vulnerable people suffer abuse and torture. Indeed, I have witnessed firsthand heroin abuse. This is not a question of how could you afford to meet my demands, but it is a question of how could you afford to ignore them. Every day I see good, decent people destroyed for doing the right thing, and I shall continue to fight for them until you do the same. Eileen Chubb. Thank you.